that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
James Taylor. And now it's time to meet the Western Conference champion, Los Angeles Lakers. Number 3, Trevor Ariza. Number 4, Luke Walton. Number 5, Jordan Farmar. Number 18, Sasha Vulicic. Number 21, Roni Turiev. Number 28, DJ Benga. Number 31, Chris Mims. Now introducing the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Lakers. At forward, 6'10" from Serbia and Montenegro, number 10, Vladimir Radmanovic. At the other forward, 6'10" from Rhode Island, number 7, Lamar Odom. At center, 7 feet from Spain, number 16, Paul Gasol. At one guard, 6'1" from Arkansas Little Rock, number 2, Derek Fisher. And at the other guard, 6'6" from Lower Merion High School, number 24, Kobe Bryant. The head coach is Phil Jackson. Number 28, Sam Cassell. Number 41, James Posey. Number 42, Tony Allen. Number 50, Eddie House. Number 93, P.J. Brown. Now introducing the starting lineup for the Boston Celtics. At center, 6'11" from Clifton Olsen High School, number 43, Kendrick Perkins. At guard, 6'1" from Kentucky, number 9, Rashawn other guard, 6'5", from Connecticut, number 20, Ray Allen. At forward, 6'11", from Farragut Academy, number 5, KG, Kevin Garnett. And at the other forward, 6'7", from Kansas, the captain and the truth, number 34, Paul Pierce. The head coach of the Celtics is Doc Rivers. Celtics fans, the NBA Finals are back in Boston.
So it begins. You've lived your life for this one moment. A chance to march into the pantheon of greatness, where a legacy of champions awaits.
Unbelievable! West throws it up over half court. Back to back. Yeah! Yeah! He's way too good! So many moves, so much power. It's over! It's over!
Get ready for basketball battle of the World Series of Basketball, the NBA Championship.
Turnaround shot in the air! You are watching what greatness and almost unthinkable storyline has unfolded in this NBA Finals. And I'm guaranteeing everybody here, next year we're going to win it again.
Tonight, the real season begins.
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
It's 89-84. Sixers, and they get inside. I want to tell you something. Somebody up there is on our side. Collins on the floor. What a play by Dave Collins. Oh, my.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Oh, are they ready here in the city of Boston? The Beat LA chants started about an hour ago. Certainly it's a different building than the last time these two teams faced off in the finals. Certainly the players are different, but it seems like old times as the Lakers and Celtics battling again here in June. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Game 1 of the NBA Finals. With all due respect to the 28 other teams, when it comes to the championship round, this is the NBA's marquee matchup between the two most successful franchises in NBA history. Two franchises littered with Hall of Fame players, some of the greatest names in the history of the sport. Wilt and Russell, Bird and Magic, West, Cousy, Kareem, Havlicek, so many great names. And of course, some of the most memorable playoff battles in the history of the league. One of the interesting things over the past couple of days is the way the current teams have embraced that history. But make no mistake about it, they are ready to put that in the past and try and make their own history and win a championship for their team this year. And that's where we bring in our guys, Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson. And certainly, guys, terrific turnaround for both these teams, both the Lakers and the Boston Celtics. For the Lakers, it was a recipe for disaster way back before the season with Kobe Bryant and the trade demands, but it's turned into an MVP season for them and maybe another championship. What are the keys for them to get that title in this series?
Well, no question about it, Mike. It starts and ends with Kobe Bryant for the Los Angeles Lakers. But give the Celtics credit. They're the best defensive team in basketball. They're going to force other guys to beat them. That's where Gasol, that's where Odom, and that's where Fisher steps into play. They have to have an impact. Also, the Lakers are a good defensive team. They have to look to contain the big three of Pierce, Allen, and Garnett. It's going to be a great series.
This is a Laker team knocked out in the first round each of the last 2 years. Meanwhile, the Boston Celtics, they didn't even make the playoffs the last 2 years. Last season, 24 wins. This year, 66. Greatest turnaround in the history of the NBA. but they have one more hill to climb. And for them to make this season as magical as it's been, what do they have to do in this series, Jeff?
Well, led by the Defensive Player of the Year, Kevin Garnett, the Celtics have to play Celtics defense. They were the best defense in the regular season. They were the best defense in the postseason to date. And against Kobe Bryant, they have to limit his free throws, they have to limit his layups, and then they have to take away the three-point shot from everybody else. And then on the offensive end, Paul Pierce has the biggest mismatch. He's got to go at Radmanovic. He's got to score in the post. He's got to score off the dribble. He's got to be unguardable in this series.
And they have to move on from winning their respective conference championships and get themselves ready and fired up again for the NBA Finals. The players are ready. The coaches are ready. Let's listen into their final talks to their team before they headed out from the locker room.
This team likes the early starts. They get off to early starts in their home court. I want you to beat them to the punch tonight. Get out there and get a good start. Play with purpose.
We want to be great, guys. We don't want to settle for this. This is not what we want all week. All I keep hearing is congratulations, congratulations. For what? For what? We're exactly where we thought we would be, but we're not where we want to get to.
Game 1 tip-off, finally seconds away. Spanish language version of tonight's game presented by ESPN Deportes with the SAP function. We're set to go for the championship with the Lakers and the Celtics. There's the officiating crew, the veteran Dick Bavetta, the crew chief. As we're underway, as we said moments ago, the BLA chants started about an hour ago. And as these Celtic fans have waited a long time to watch the finals, and Pau Gasol, a big pickup during the course of the season for the Lakers with the first 2 points of the game in a series that features the best offensive team in the playoffs, the Lakers, against the best defensive team, the Boston Celtics. Ray Allen throws up a shot. They're going to wave it off, and he travels. Mark, you played in an NBA Finals game. Is there really a lot of difference from other big playoff games when you first step on the floor for Game 1?
Well, you can sell to yourself that it's not, but you can just sense the environment here, the crowd going crazy. Guys realize that it's a different ball game, but what you have to do is individually and collectively realize nothing changes. Continue to do the same thing that you've done to get to this point.
Derek Fisher, who has been terrific for the Lakers in his return. Odom inside, misses. All battle around, knocked out of bounds. We'll go the other way, Celtics. Jeff, both teams winning a conference championship. The Lakers knocking out the defending champion San Antonio Spurs in 5 games. Meanwhile, the Celtics beating the Pistons. And as Doc Rivers said, they've heard congratulations, but you need to step away from that now and move on. Is that a difficult thing for a coach?
Well, it's a fine line for your team. How much do you allow them to enjoy what they've accomplished, and for how long? And then how quickly can you refocus them back on the task at hand? Because both teams should have championship aspirations. This is not an upset either way, whoever wins this series.
During the regular season, they played each other twice. Celtics winning both games, but they were all before January 1st, really meaningless, especially because that was before the Gasol trade. Both teams so different from they were early in the season. Rajon Rondo misses his first shot, the young point guard. And Kobe Bryant the rebound. The MVP's regular season MVP. What a spectacular he had, Mark. What impressed you most about Kobe Bryant this season?
Well, what impressed me most is the way he trusted his teammates on both ends of the floor. You're only as good as the guys around you. He made them better, but the commitment that they had entering to the gym early and leaving late really sold that message to him.
Ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by Odom, and it's going to be Boston ball. He said it's the most fun he's had all year. Second in the league in scoring during the regular season. And of course, he's won 3 titles. His Laker team lost in 2004. And Jeff, a big key in this whole series is how do you defend Kobe Bryant?
Well, I think what you try to do is you try to take away the easy stuff. You take away the layup. You try to take away the free throws. You try to make him a volume jump shooter.
Kevin Garnett, who's one of the better jump shooters of big men in NBA history, knocks that one down. And Fisher throws it in. And we talked about the stars, but some of the other support players so critical, and Derek Fisher's one of those. Paul Pierce, his three-pointer won't go. Garnett keeps it alive, tips it out. Allen, wide open 3. Garnett, another rebound.
Rondo doing a little Harlem Globetrotters action.
Well, you can tell Kevin Garnett already fired up early, knocks down the jump, and then keeps the ball alive twice on the offensive board.
Kendrick Perkins out to Rondo, but threw it behind him, and a turnover.
And I think a surprising matchup. Gasol is guarding Garnett. Odom is guarding Kendrick Perkins.
So much made about who's going to guard Kobe Bryant. Radmanovich pass deflected and stolen. Ray Allen has it taken back. Bryant, who's had a terrific defensive year as well, in addition to his usual offensive excellence. Odom knocks down the shot. Lamar Odom having one of his best seasons. Lakers a good road team during the regular season. They've won 4 road games, including wins in San Antonio and in Utah in the first couple of rounds. They have a whistle and a defensive 3 seconds. Doc Rivers now in his 4th year as head coach. After last year's disaster, they won 24 games total, had an 18-game losing streak. There was talk about his job security, but he has done an unbelievable job with the talent that was acquired, obtaining Garnett from Minnesota, Allen from Seattle, and making guys believe about sacrificing for the sake of the team.
And one thing Doc Rivers said during the course of the year, he felt his job did not change last year when they struggled as a franchise and a team to this year. It's just a difference of having quality players. You get Kevin Garnett, your stars buy in, and they set the environment.
Pierce has Radmanovich on him. That's an interesting matchup. Radmanovich falls behind, and Pierce with a nice move to the basket.
And Pierce's ball handling ability, particularly running pick and roll, has improved dramatically from when he first came into the NBA.
And Fisher's fouled. Pierce hit him. We'll see if it's a 3-point attempt. Over the line, I believe it's 2.
And this is Pierce. The Lakers are trying to force it to the baseline. Does a great job with his hesitation dribble and then finishes through a lot of arms. Could have been a 3-point play.
And I like the adjustment also by Doc Rivers, recognizing that they double-team Paul Pierce on the catch on his initial play on the block. All of a sudden, you change, put the ball in his hands, and have him facing the defense of the Lakers as opposed to on the block.
Fisher to the line. When you talk about finals experience, Fisher certainly has that. He won 3 championships with the Lakers in 2000, in 01 and 02, was on the team that lost in 04 as well. And he was the 3rd leading scorer on those championship teams behind Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. He's a big-time playoff performer.
Oh, I'm convinced that the acquisition of getting Derek Fisher back was just as crucial, if not more important, than getting Kyle Gasol. If you upgrade from Smush Parker to Derek Fisher, a big-time guy that's willing to take and make big shots, he makes a difference in the locker room and on the floor.
But he misses a couple of free throws, and he's normally an excellent free throw shooter. Ray Allen kicks it out. Rondo wide open. He'll have those looks. Puts it in. Rajon Rondo, the young guard out of the University of Kentucky. He's had his ups and downs as a starting point guard for Contender, but he's also made some huge big plays for them in the playoffs. Radmanovich knocks down a 2-pointer.
I like the way that Rondo is coming out. He understands how he's going to be played, taking 2 early shots, but looking to be aggressive. Give him credit. Young fella is in the finals. He's done his job.
Garnett with Gasol on him. Kevin Garnett off the mark. Perkins puts it back up. Looked like he got hit, and he did. Hard to hear the whistle. This place is loud. And Kendrick Perkins will go to the line. Radmanovich is first. Of course, one of the stories, Phil Jackson, can he pass the late great Red Auerbach and get his 10th NBA championship as a head coach? You know, when we think, guys, about this series, it'd be nice. I mean, as we said, Red Auerbach, the late great, his name is now here on the new parquet floor, winning those 9 NBA titles. You know he's watching. You think about other players like the late Dennis Johnson, the announcers like Johnny Most and Chick Hearn, those guys. You think about all those great people that were involved in what is, without question, the most storied rivalry in the history of the NBA, despite the fact that they haven't played in the finals for 21 years.
Really incredible stories as Kyle Gasol catches the lob pass and finishes it at the rim. You talk about great stories, you talk about history, and at the end of the day, 31 out of 62 championships will be the Lakers and the Celtics.
Garnett misses. Everybody in the Lakers has scored except for Bryant. He likes to do that. It's been part of his game plan this year. Gets his teammates involved early, takes over in the second half. Radmanovich, long 3. Short. He thought he got hit.
And here comes Ray Allen. Garnett aggressive, looking for a shot early. Gets inside, and the finish. Kevin Garnett has changed the culture here in Boston in his first year. And as you would expect with somebody who plays so hard, he's become such a fan favorite with the Celtic fans. Rondo on Bryant. Ball kicked on the pass. Still Laker ball. They'll reset the shot clock to 14.
You just sense how fired up Kevin Garnett is. Knocks down a jump and then grown man move. Put the ball on the floor. Attack the rim. That's a matchup that the Celtics and Garnett have to dominate.
And I would agree with that. Garnett's passion has to overcome Pau Gasol's great skill set in this series for the Boston Celtics to win.
Allen on Bryant. Good defense from Ray Allen. Tough shot. Fight for the rebound, Radmanovic. At least in the early minutes, this officiating crew's letting him play. They're banging pretty good down low. Bryant falling away. In and out. And Pierce the rebound. Pierce spinning. Tough shot. And does not get the roll. Odom throws it ahead. Here's Gasol. Garnett on him. All the Lakers have done since they acquired Gasol is win. As Garnett is called for his first foul. And we'll have our first timeout as we're just past the midway point of the opening quarter.
See both teams beginning to feel themselves. Pau Gasol's point to the rim. Put it upstairs. Good job of catching it with one hand and then finishing it off the glass. And how about Kevin Garnett? Your stars have to play big when the finals show up. Garnett attacking the rim. My goodness.
Welcome back to Boston. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. All tied up midway through the first for the Celtics. What a year it's been. 66 wins, best record in the NBA. And then the playoffs started against the 37-win team, Atlanta Hawks. They needed 7 games, lost all 3 on the road in Atlanta. Second round, same scenario, lost all 3 in Cleveland. But a 41-point performance from Paul Pierce in Game 7 got them to the conference finals. And then finally in the conference finals, they won not 1, but 2 road games to defeat the Detroit Pistons. And here they are. Paul Pierce has been tremendous in all the closeout games. And ironically, after the great feeling, when they struggled the first 2 rounds against Atlanta and Cleveland, a lot of doubt creeping in here in Boston about their ability to win a championship.
It almost seemed like when they finally got to Detroit, it was a sigh of relief. They were fighting against a team that they had tremendous respect for and realized that they didn't bring their A game, they could be home. Found a way to get it done and find themselves in the championship round.
The players believe, but the fans started to get skeptical with the struggles on the road, especially in that series against the 8-seeded Atlanta Hawks. Odom's shot won't go over the backboard out of bounds.
Those series just show you the fine line there is between winning and achieving a great season like the Celtics have, or going out in the second round. They could have easily lost Game 7 at home to Cleveland and LeBron James when he scored the 45 points.
The one thing I say about the importance of the regular season, they earned the right in both of those early rounds, whether it be Atlanta or Cleveland, to play a deciding game in their own building.
And that's where they're so tough. Garnett up and under, blocked by Odom for the goaltend. 2 points for Kevin Garnett. The Celtics here at home, 10-1 during the playoffs. The lone loss was Game 2 against the Pistons. Their defense has just been unbelievable on their home floor. So Bryant easing himself into the game. There you see the regular season, you see the defensive numbers. Kobe Bryant rattles in his first field goal. Bryant receiving a nice healthy dose of booze when he was introduced. And a foul on Radmanovic. 2 fouls on Vladimir Radmanovic, so he's going to have to come out.
This is a basic triangle cut where he came to the free throw line, and usually in that situation, he tries to shot fake and get guys up off their feet, but on a previous possession, Ray Allen had done a great job staying down. Kobe Bryant just raises over the top. And Mike, I think fans and another town should treat it just the opposite with Kobe Bryant. I would stand up and cheer him. Try to give him a different look.
Oh, he absolutely loves when the fans come after him on the road. Sasha Vujacic has come in for Radmanovic, part of what's been a very good Laker bench all season. Garnett's jump shot. Evan Garnett off to a good start. 8 points here in the first quarter.
And you see what the Lakers are doing now. Kobe Bryant defends Paul Pierce, gets on the block. They trap immediately with the big being Lamar Odom, but a good job of getting rid of the basketball and Garnett staying aggressive.
And again, they're going to leave Rondo open, and it's up to him. Like right there, he made a play to Garnett. Quick decision. Hit him with a little skip pass for the jump shot.
Gasol, the shot. And Pau Gasol, who came over in that trade from Memphis back in February. In his first 6.5 years with the Grizzlies, never won a playoff game there in 3 years and 3 trips to the playoffs. Now here playing in the NBA Finals. Rondo, nice ball fake. Can't finish, ball batted around. And Derek Fisher can't control it, throws it ahead. And a backcourt violation. That was close. I don't know if that's the right call.
I thought Gasol's feet were on the half-court stripe, so he had every right to throw it in the backcourt.
Both feet and the ball have to be across half-court for it to be a backcourt violation. Let's take a look. Nope, that shouldn't have been. You have to have both feet on the ball to get into the front court. Rondo, ball deflected out of bounds.
Right here, to me, they got to keep posting Kevin Garnett. They've got to keep going at Gasol. If Gasol makes jump shots at the other end, you're in trouble unless you put him under deep defensive pressure and make him guard on successive possessions.
And you make a good point. I think you have to realize who's on fire, who has come out ready to play, and find that man.
Ray Allen, nice move. Allen has had a roller coaster ride in these playoffs. Started off hot, then went through one of the worst slumps of his career. Found his game late in the Pistons series. Pierce now on Kobe Bryant. Bryant won't go, and he's 1 for 5.
But those are the shots you want him taking. Contested two-point jump shots.
Allen hits a 3. Ray Allen nails one, and the Celtics go up by 5. And Phil Jackson wants timeout. A 9-point turnaround after trailing by 4. Boston now up 19-14.
Well, Ray Allen just rolling here, moving off a stagger street, catches it on the curl, good use of his body, hangs and banks it in, and then pick and roll. Good screen by Perkins, a little airspace, and just knocks in the three-point shot.
The Celtics, after trailing by 4, now lead by 5. Here before this sellout crowd in Boston. Of course, Kobe Bryant's going to be the main focus of the defense. So far, he's 1 for 5. Mark, is it a matter of he's getting good shots, or are they just defending him well?
Well, these are makeable shots by Kobe Bryant. We've seen him make these shots, but give the Celtics credit. They're making him a jump shooter and contesting those shots.
All right, time to welcome in the other member of our broadcast team. Of course, it's Michelle Tafoya. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michael. As these teams face long days today waiting to play, both coaches found messages to keep their teams occupied. Phil Jackson talked about preparedness, and he said you can't be completely prepared for an opponent until you meet on the court. So if we fall behind, that does not limit our energy or effectiveness. Doc Rivers used the fact that people are picking the Lakers to win, and he told his Celtics there are always going to be questions about our team, about me. You can't control those questions, but you can control your play. Mike?
All right, Michelle. As Ray Allen drives, Rondo gets a nice feed. Rondo inside and draws the foul on Vujacic as he goes down hard. Rondo showing some good aggressiveness in the early minutes.
Showing a lot of life, a lot of confidence, moving without the basketball, putting himself in position that when he catches it, he can attack. Does a good job of cutting to the hoop and then looking to attack the rim over Vujacic, creating the contact and going to the line. But this is how you look to finish championship basketball.
Rondo, who was 3.5 months old the last time the Celtics won a championship, is now their starting point guard with a chance to help put up the 17th championship banner. All season long, he's been a question with fans, with the media, about Can they win a title with him in the point guard? We've seen some terrific moments for him. We've seen some flaws at times, but overall, what have you seen, Jeff, this year from him?
Well, like you said, Mike, he's been up and down. But when you're the starting point guard on a 66-win team, you have no need to apologize. I like the fact that in this game, he's come out with offensive aggression when they start to double team off of him.
Jordan Farmar, speaking of young players, Farmar part of that energy-filled bench. Farmar also in his second year. Both Farmar and Rondo, two very confident young players. Pierce gets it inside. Perkins swatted from behind. Gasol with the block.
And they're double-teaming Pierce just like San Antonio would, coming from the low man on the baseline side, which is an unusual double-team. Most teams double-team from the top of the key area.
Vujacic way outside, hits a three. Sasha Vujacic, top 10 in the NBA during the regular season from downtown. He's hit some big shots in the playoffs as well. Rondo calling out the play.
I got to play post Garnett.
Rondo gets inside, and he slipped, it looked like, and they call it traveling. So the Celtics with their fourth turnover.
Well, here's Paul Pierce posting up, mid-post area. Bryant jumps on the top side. Here comes Odom on the baseline side. Good play by Pierce, good read by Perkins. Better block by Gasol from behind.
Well, a good job by the help defenders of the Lakers. You realize that no longer is Perkins Odom's man, so they do a good job of helping the help.
More subs ready to come in. P.J. Brown set to check in. James Posey has entered the game for Boston. Bryant for three. In and out. Just can't get it to fall. Another good look, but he's 1 for 7. Perkins calling for it. Alley-oop to Garnett. And he couldn't control it. Here come the Lakers. And a foul before the shot. They're not in the penalty yet with 1:22 remaining. Next one. Garnett had point-blank range on this one.
Good read by Rondo. Good backdoor cut by Kevin Garnett. Just not able to finish at the rim, but excellent execution.
And Phil Jackson was irate about Posey fouling even harder after the initial foul in transition on Bryant.
Garnett gets his first rest. Bryant inside and gets it to go. Kobe Bryant getting his first MVP. That's for the regular season. 7 straight points now by the Lakers. We're tied up again. And an offensive foul call against Boston. It's going to be James Posey with a moving screen. Doc Rivers obviously disagrees. Of course, the format for these finals, 2-3-2. Game 2 right back here in Boston on Sunday. Our coverage begins at 8:30 p.m. GMC NBA Countdown. And then tip-off shortly after 9 o'clock. First 2 games in Boston, then the next 3 in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. Final minute, first quarter. Gasol. Vujacic, the fake, fires away, way off the mark. He's not hesitant, that's for sure. Not shy about shooting. And there's Posey. Posey, one of only 2 players with a championship ring on the Celtics. Sam Cassell, the backup point guard, the other one. P.J. Brown inside. Brown banks it in. I think there's a dent in the backboard, but it still went down.
Well, you look at the Celtic team they have on the floor. It's a very limited offensive team. Only Ray Allen is truly an accomplished offensive player.
Doc Rivers understanding that, ready to insert Sam Cassell into the ballgame.
Kobe Bryant looks up at the shot clock. A 3.5-second difference between that and the game clock. Gasol, 2 on the shot clock, makes his move. Blocked by Perkins. Perkins, quick outlet. Final seconds. Rondo. It'll count if it goes. And Posey trying to tip it in as the first quarter comes to an end. Kevin Garnett finally getting his first chance to play in an NBA Finals. Came out fired up. 8 points, 4 rebounds. Same for Pau Gasol, who has helped turn things around for the Lakers. Game 1, first quarter complete. Celtics with a 2-point advantage.